colleges serve students who are diverse in every way, and many of these students bring significant challenges with them to college. But we should assume this much about each of them. They all come to college with high aspirations and hopes of finishing what they start. Whether they are attending community colleges to better their own lives, to better their children's or parents' lives, or to better their communities, it is our charge to help them be successful. Listen in as several students tell us why they are attending college and what college means to them.
I had my first child when I was 18, and I dropped out of high school. And for me to sit there and watch all my classmates that I grew up with walk across the stage and get their diplomas, that was so heartbreaking. So I had my son in December and of that year that I should have graduated. And I think from that moment on, I told myself I need to do something. So I went on my own. I got my GED through this college. And as soon as I got it, I enrolled in courses. I had to stop a few times because, eventually I did have other children, and it was kind of a struggle. Daycare, transportation, that kind of stuff. Financially, I wasn't set. So I think I kind of look at myself right now as a professional student because it seems like I've been here forever. But next May, I'll have my bachelor's, so that's going to be a huge accomplishment for me. I have come a long way. Right now, I'm a single mom, having to do it by myself. I am doing it, so there's hope for others out there.
I decided to attend this community college because, well, the main thing is it is close in my neighborhood where I live, and the price is very affordable, and they also have vocational careers that you can take within a shorter amount of time in order to graduate.
Just being able to see the students come from having no idea and no example of ever thinking they're going to go to college, to come here and find their path, whether it's to transfer or whether it's to stay as their, what they graduate as. We watch them at graduation and you say, wow, it's such a great, when they get that aha moment and they realize they did it, it's so great.
So I chose to attend college as I became a resident to the U.S. and I knew that I had to start my life from scratch, and that meant start my career and start my education again. The community college that I am attending now was the only one who was willing to take me in with my international high school transcripts. It was the easiest process that I could do, and also they provided the most financial aid for me. So that's why I came here and continued my career.
I decided to attend this community college because I'm at a point in my life where I'm trying to change career due to the impact of COVID on my line of business. So I decided to change career from business into the medical field. And then I began to look around the world for the cheapest one.
Well, the reason that I chose this school is because I wanted a quick career change, and so I'm in the computer technician program here, and it's reasonable. The cost of the program is reasonable, and I know I'll be able to get a job because there's a big demand for that. So that's why I came here.
And the reason why I'm coming back to school is because I'm tired of being poor. I want to make my parents proud. I'm just getting older, and I just want my life to change. And so I'm determined no matter what. So I'd like a certificate, a piece of paper that I could take and show someone so I can just get a job, a decent job.
I've been working for the past 4 years right out of high school, and it's getting harder and harder to find a decent job making decent money. So I thought that the best way to go about it was to go back to school.
Well, mostly I decided to go back to college because I was tired of working entry-level jobs when I have the intelligence and capability to be the one calling the shots. So I was just mainly tired of being, on the bottom. So I decided to come back to school and work my way to the top. So I'm just here doing what I need to do to be able to make a career out of my, my passions. And I decided to go to this college mostly because the Tennessee Reconnect, the state of Tennessee now offers free degrees as long as it's within the community college realm. So
I'm kind of glad I started at community college because it kind of gives you like the fact of like humble beginnings. A lot of my professors, they have their doctorate degree and they choose to teach at a community college because they feel like they have like, in a way, of like the skills to like tell their students, like just because you started at community college doesn't mean you can't get like one of the highest degrees as possible. So I really look up to that and aspire to be like that. So that's one of the reasons why I want to get a PhD. And eventually, once I'm done with my career, it'd be nice to just retire and like teach at a community college as well with my PhD.
The one thing that keeps me going is my family. They depend on me to support them. They depend on me for everything. Especially my kids. They, like Brianne said, they're always looking. They're always watching to see what you're doing, and not only my little ones, but our other kids too that are grown have done moved out of the house, Even them, the whatever path they're choosing for themselves right now, I want them to be able to see and look and say, look, mom and dad did it, Yeah. Well, they were old, but they did it, But, and to set my goals up, to be an electrical engineer, and it's not an easy task, but like I always told them, if I can do it, you can do it. And, for them to see us graduate and to reach that goal, I think would be a real big, motivator for them. And then for them, just to let them know, you can never set a goal too high, or a dream too big. You'll, as long as you put your mind to it, you'll get there. So for me, it's my kids and my wife.
I chose this community college because the administrative and advisors, when I first showed up, they walked me around and I got to meet the teachers and a lot of the students, and I discussed with them, and out of all the colleges I've been to, this one by far had a family type environment where I felt like the instructors actually cared about the students and the students cared about the instructors. So that's why I chose this school.
I decided to attend this community college because it's close to home and I was able to live with my parents for 2 more years. That, and it made transferring easier.
I decided to attend this college because it was a good way to kind of feel things out and know what I want to do, and I know that it makes it easier to move forward from this college to other colleges.
The more I got older, the more I felt like I needed to go to college. Like, especially seeing my dad work. He's been working out in the heat since he was about 18 years old. And, if he didn't go to college, he didn't even finish high school. And I think if he would have gone to college, and all that, he would have definitely been somewhere else in his life. And, the sun wears on you a lot, and, I want to be working inside. And if you go to college, I'm sure you're going to get a better job, so a better life.
The single most important thing I would have to say that keeps me going is my parents. I'm in healthcare, and they're getting older, and I want to graduate and be able to take care of them and know what's going on with them in their health. Not only that, but neither of my parents went to college, and they both had kind of rough upbringings, and I think it would kind of make them proud to see me, being a nurse practitioner, because it kind of shows them that all their hardships that they went through were worth it, because I didn't have to go through that, and look how much I accomplished thanks to them. And that's what keeps me going, is just one day being able to show them that and give them that, like, as a thank you.
I decided to go to college because I have 4 children that I do not have with me. I lost them to the state of South Dakota, and they got adopted out. I did put up a fight of trying to get them back, and that's why I got my criminal justice degree, to see if I could find any loopholes on trying to get them back. And they are my inspiration. Even though I don't have them, I still want to show them that I have done something with my life.
I was asked very specifically when I went to register what my outside life was like. I have a family, I have children, I own a nonprofit organization, and so opportunities were offered to me for regular classes during the day, evening classes, Saturday classes at other campuses, online classes. There were a lot of options to fit my schedule, so they were very interested in knowing immediately what we needed to work around so that we could schedule my week.
And then I started talking to my parents and whatnot, and they was like, hey, you know, what do you plan on being? And I told them I wanted to be an architect, and being an architect, you need education also. So that kind of set in reality checks, and I was like, well, if I want to be somebody and be successful, then college is the way to go. So that kind of sunk in, and I came here because I didn't really, I didn't do too good in high school. I kind of played around. I had the potential to be and get the full scholarships and whatnot, graduate magna cum laude, but I chose to do the extracurriculars, which isn't a bad thing. But I came here, registered for my classes, and I'm trying to move up and get my degree.
I decided to go to community college because it's a lot more student focused. You're not just a number. The cost is also a lot less than if I were to go to like a state college or university.
I decided to attend this community college because they work very closely with my high school. So they pay for the classes as long as I don't fail them, and I have quite a lot of my gen eds built up. And then I am continuing my education here when I graduate this May.
I came specifically to attend a community college that had the major I'm studying, which is agricultural business. The class size is a lot more, I don't know the word for it. It's a lot more one-on-one with your teacher. So after the lectures, I'm able to speak with my teacher. And in my experience at the university level, oftentimes you're kind of dismissed because of the class size. So I just thought it was better for me personally to get that one-on-one interaction.
Well, there's motivation as far as, earning your education, earning a degree. And then when you get your degree, you can help your people out too. That's what I mean.
I was a previous CCP student here, was able to knock out some classes before moving on to my bachelor's degree. So I see the positive impact that it can have on students that way. My mom was a first-generation college student as well, too. So just being able to kind of hear her stories and seeing in regards to, students when they first start out, maybe not knowing what they want to do or not even feeling good enough that they can do it. And so being able to be an academic advisor and be able to kind of grab those new students and show them that they can do it if they put their mind towards a goal and keep on that pathway to that goal, that they can do even a lot more than what they thought they initially could do, and make a positive impact not only on their own family and friends, but on the whole community themselves.
There was a stigma about community college that I often heard growing up. It was that, it wasn't really an institutional, accredited institution, that its education was no different. And for someone who had siblings that went to greater institutions and that also came to HCC, and they said, no, the same courses that you will take at four-year institutions in the state of Texas will be the same courses that you can get at HCC, which to me I found very surprising at first, but once you really meet the educational instructors, it really changes your opinions. And I think that stigma is now broken. I think that when people talk about community college, that they should really look at them and be like, they're highly valued opportunities, and it's definitely something that everyone must really know.
When I was at community college, I really liked the small class sizes, excuse me, and the teachers were really involved, so I thought that was nice. And when I transferred to a four-year, it was really surprising to see how disengaged a lot of the teachers could be until you get higher up in your field. And I thought I wanted to teach junior high and high school, and I did for a while, but then I really wanted to get back to community college because I liked the environment, and the students here are awesome.
College is like a dream. You come in and you make dreams come true.